Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I will go and see.
Okay, we have more fruit. Hopefully it's not rotten. Oh, we have cookies. Daily Flicker.
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
Okay. By the way, guys, what do you think so far of the game? Is it interesting? Is it intriguing? Let me already hear what do you think. What? Okay. Let's sit there again. It's a tough job as a detective because, I mean, there's nothing more to say. It's interesting, makes you think. You like it, cool, for sure. That's cool. Yeah, I like it so far as well. I feel like the puzzles are cool. I mean, by now I'll probably get a lot more difficult very soon, and then I'm gonna cry. But so far it's fine. But yeah, it's interesting. Like we probably will have a serial murder. And I mean not cereal, the ones that you eat, but cereal in meaning like several murders, right? Haha! We are the murderer. No, that's probably... It's probably the one that we... No, we didn't take it, right? It's our own?
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
Okay. I have several brains to help me out with the puzzles. Yeah, that is true. I think I would like struggle a lot more if you guys were not here. I really think so. Because like I said, I tend to be very bad at these games. And I want cookies and I can't get them. That's not good. Leviathan. Call my brains out, I'm dead. Too tired, can't think of anything. Yeah, buddy, it's already pretty late actually. It's 11. It's totally fine. Okay, let's stare at Hastings.
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
Okay. I don't know about Poirot. He just seems to be a bit impolite at sometimes, but to be honest, I do like that.
You're not going to get the post?
Yes, of course.
I first just wanted to stare at you, if you don't mind. And now I'm gonna stare at myself. Oh my god. We get ego points for looking into the mirror and doing like, okay. All right. Okay, let's do the obvious.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill on Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, A.B.C.
Okay.
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Oh, we need to think about it. Now we're gonna sit there and be like, aha! That's how it will happen. He was more likely tweaking his mustache. Undead. You think so? Yeah, maybe he was. I mean, it is close. It was a bad angle. Maybe you're right. But what comes to my mind now is we have the first murder, right? A and over. We will have the second murder because how are we gonna prevent the second murder now? Like, we have to find more clues about the killer. So, not gonna happen. And then A, B, C, something with C. There will be a third murder, alright? And if it's really an A-B-C killer, then he will stop at C, probably. Or will he just move on to D, E, and such? Or will he just repeat A, B, and C again? I mean, if he just stopped, then you could just, like, let it happen. Because it's very unreal. No, okay, that sounds very bad, right? But it's very unrealistic to prevent the second murder. That's not gonna happen. But maybe the third. Yeah, okay, maybe we can save one life. I'm the best detective ever.
Ah, some cool hair.
Some cool hair. That's what you have, yep. Alright.
Let us examine this more closely.
Ooh, that's interesting now. So we can,
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill on Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, A.B.C.
Well, it's pretty obvious that the I is always, yeah, the big I, the capital I is always, fat. Exactly, Leviathan. Exactly my thoughts. So maybe, I would assume that he has not used a computer in 1935. But he used like a typing machine, right? So probably there is a problem with his capital I, and that's why he has to like push it maybe 2 times, and that's why it's tougher. Or it's just like wrong positioned or something. That could be the case. And here the commas and the full stops and the semicolon as well are also in fat, right? Yeah. And yeah, Fisher, you're right. The A's are also strangely aligned. Okay, let's just click on something and see what it does.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
You could also call it that, yeah.
Yes, this I is weird. Yes, this I is weird.
You can barely see W's. Oh, you're right. Every W, well, like the small one, right? Every W has a no! Has a problem, yeah.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
With which one now?
Yes.
Okay.
The I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
I think you already found all of them. Let's go with,
The W is not printed properly. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Yeah.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right. Let us compare.
Yeah.
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I do hate that sentence. You guys were really good. You found the odds very, very fast. What's special? What's special about the end of a murder? A theft is not the motive. The first victim was called Asher. Yeah, that's intriguing. Well, actually, time and place are special, right? Because it was just open. Okay, not special enough. What's special? Well, theft was not a motive, and that her name is does have an A? No. Okay. Maybe the time? No. The place? No. I'll hear that many, many more times on that. Oh yeah, okay. I do fear that will happen. Well, I think that theft is not the motive for the crime. That is... Maybe it's not special enough. Maybe that it was announced. Okay, no. still feel like that it was in a squalid neighborhood and it was on, like, daytime. That is special about the murder. That she was called Asher? Yeah, okay. Theft was not the motive? Yeah, okay. No, wrong button. The name plus A.B.C. Yeah, yeah. Actually, you're right. That could be the thing. First name was called. Her name was Asher, and the Endover A.B.C guide. Yeah, maybe. Let's try it. Nice, good job. Endover and Alice Asher start with the letter A. Actually, it's double, right? She's called Alice Asher. So we gotta look out in Bexhill for... yes, you wrote 80 carry. So maybe we have to look out for a Bobby Bennett in Bexhill. Something like that. If he's really fixated on the B, then... What can we guess about the next weekend? That it's in Bexhill? And it may start with a B, yeah.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
It could be also called like that, yeah. Who knows? Oh wait. Can we have a look at the notes? No. What's here? Okay, nothing. Good, let's go. Okay. I guess we can take the taxi? 1935. That must be super expensive to drive a taxi, right?
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Yeah, let's do it.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Can we do anything else here? Oh, the taxi is... Maybe it's not a taxi. Is it our private chauffeur? No. Is it? You probably may know. That would be even more sick. Some military grade?
Japp has invested a great deal in his career.
Yeah, no doubt.
Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the A.B.C killer's first murder. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here.
Okay.
Chap's interview room. Many cases have been solved in this little office.
Okay, let's not go in there. Let's talk with him. Oh no, let's stare at him.
Chap appears to be snowed under. Chap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed A.B.C. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
The killer attacks old ladies who run a shop. Wow. The next victim's name will start with a B.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Maybe we can save all people with B.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An A.B.C. was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
So he likes to kill women, yeah?
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
Did we stare at him again? Okay, this time the seagulls killed the lady. It's not a cat, but seagulls. Okay, what can we see here?
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
Actually, yeah. Wait, what? Okay.
Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although, personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
I don't know, that felt kind of not necessary. I mean, we do see the houses here, we do see the bungalows there. And we do see that it's a beach with water. Well, maybe it will become more important later on. Who knows? Okay, she's behind that. Let's talk to... Oh no, let's stare at Hastings again.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
Interesting.
I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
Good question.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an A.B.C. guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the A.B.C. guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Okay.
This hut is locked.
Let's try the next one.
This hut is locked.
Guess what?
This hut is locked. The padlock is locked.
He said something different.
This hut is locked. The padlock is locked.
Okay, number 9. We will be able to open number 9. Oh, can we like cuddle seagull? No. Okay. There are more important things here. Okay, let's have a look at her. Kind of pretty, I guess. Yeah, okay. She was killed with, is it a necklace? She was strangled. There's the A.B.C. guide, and that's the key to the hut. Here we go.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
A silk belt. Oh yeah, here it's missing. I see. Okay.
These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath.
Maybe in the hut number 9. Definitely.
She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
The way he says that is a bit weird.
She was a great beauty.
She was a great beauty. Okay. Alright.
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, we knew
This
that.
key...
We knew that. Alright.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh god. What if the train times not only show the way of the murderer, but also the way of Poirot and Hastings? We have no clues about that yet, but I feel like that could be a thing. The seagull looks very suspect. That's for shit. Yeah, I agree. It's just staring at the scene, right? And usually murderers reappear at the scene to be like observing the whole thing. So yeah, I do think you're right. Why would you want to cuddle a seagull? Asks Undead. I don't know, it looked cute. Okay. How was the victim killed? She did not struggle. There was no fight. There was a braided silk belt, and she had marks on her neck.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What are the common points between the Andover murder and the one in Bexhill? Well, clearly that thing. And both were in... Okay, maybe I should read what it says. A.B.C. guide open at the Bexhill page. Yeah. Other crimes in Andover and Bexhill, the work of the same murderer. Yeah, of course. What? Okay. Press does not know about the A.B.C. guide was found. Oh, yeah, okay. It was not was found in Andover, so only the murderer can know about that.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
We could at least try it, though. What if he was not too meticulous for that? And it says, cute? You think that seagulls are cute? Can I ship all demon spawns around here to Germany? Oh, we have many seagulls here in northern Germany as well, especially on the coast. I don't know. I think they're cute. Maybe not if they're attacking you because they want your food. Well, sorry if that's also cute because they're just like little hungry monsters. And that's cute. It reminds me of myself sometimes. Okay.
Hastings appears to be ill.
Okay, nothing new. Can we talk to him?
I fear that this case is far from being so.
Come on, Poirot.
Certes.
And that clearly does not agree with me. Alright. Okay, let's get the hut open then. Or the bungalow. Whatever. Yeah. Huh? it's not only a key lock. Wait.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Ooh. Huh? Okay, so that means we can find out about it just like this, right? Oh! It's 715? Are you kidding me? That was easy. No, I want to use it. Here we go. Yeah.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings. The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh. Nothing on the back. Damn it. Okay. So it is a young couple. Probably her boyfriend or husband. Betty's first aid work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard? Oh, then only her last name is with B. Okay.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
The ginger cat. Why does it sound a bit...
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Okay, yeah, true, I agree. Betty. Not Elizabeth, but Betty. Betty Bernard. But then that should be easy to find someone with double C. I don't think that C is that often. Especially not as a last name.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
No, it's called Ginger Cat Restaurant. Yeah. Okay, newspaper kiosk. A cupola. And...
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Does sound like the name of a gentleman's club. Fish head. That was such an eloquent way of describing it. Good job. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Like, I mean, ginger cat. Yeah, okay, the restaurant, I don't know. Oh, look at there's a seagull. Oh.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving. With all these tourists. With all these tourists.
Okay. Well, can we talk to him first?
I fear that this...
No, we heard that 5 times already. Okay, let's go.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
She's gonna be with us in a second. Mm-hmm. He's everywhere. Seagull did it. Yep. Again, there's the cat. A.B.C. murderer is the cat. 100% sure. Leviathan. We will see. We will see.
What a pity. I don't have any chance to make it work.
There is already music in the background. Maybe only we can hear it. This really is
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
Fantastic, right? So, let's look into the mirror again. Ego points. Yes! 3 ego points. Oh my god. I'm gonna repeat that with every freaking mirror we see. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's stare at her.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Strike the parents. She's behind the counter. Oh yeah.
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
Ginger due to red hair.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
Ooh, now we can have a look at the books. Come on, Wollfyh,
I
arrest the
need
cat.
to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Case closed. Yeah, if it would be that easy. But I mean, who knows? Maybe the seagull helped in any way, or is the serial killer and the cat just I don't know.
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
Okay, so we gotta have a look at her numbers here. Betty has a horror-ish way to write.
Where is Betty?
Here.
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Betty worked from 11 a.m.
Okay. I guess now we have to compare the numbers, right? She writes the one in a very specific way. Oh wait, what about the hours? Just put a bucket on her head, then you can ransack everything. Wow. Wow. Okay. Gonna actually I'm gonna actually write that down how it's written. So we have the 7 is like that. Then we have the 3, the 0, 11. And and PM. Okay, let's see. Okay. This is her.
This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
And the other one is this here, right?
Most probably a family. No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these 2 times.
Seven looks familiar here. Yeah, I think you're right. It's 7:20 p.m., so maybe these 2 go along. Let's try that.
Most probably a family. This bill may have been written. Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
Good job, Fichette.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Nothing.
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Let's just ask her. I mean, that reaction was kind of weird, but let's just ask her.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
Ask if a gentleman friend might have attacked her. Ask if the man in the photo is a gentleman friend. Yeah, we're gonna ask that. Just hire another person, you'll be fine, says Fichette. Yeah, I mean, she's dead. That is very nasty. Now we have to get a new one.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
Young people. Oh, we could try to bait her. By saying that young people no longer have morals. She could be like, she's this very strict person, so she could bite. Let's go.
I find young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't tell me that. A few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine what my customers must have thought.
Yeah, sympathizing with her is okay, but I think, like, why did they argue? I think that's more important now.
Do you know the reason for their dispute?
I'm not on those sort of terms with my staff. Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
It's not so easy to find out the right moments to actually press onwards. But training wastes time, time is money, money is nice. You mean like that's why it's nasty to hire a new person? Yeah.
I have nothing to add on the subject of Miss Bernard. Please come.
What a pity. Alright. She actually, well, we ordered something, right? She never brought that. I'm not gonna come again to this restaurant. I mean, she really did bring it, right? Okay, let's go to... Oh. He or she knows. Leave a bad review on Yelp. Yeah. Oh my. Oh yeah. That's gonna happen. That's so gonna happen. Ordered something. Try to look into the books of the restaurant. Almost got arrested because of that. Oh!
I think we've gone past the Barnard's house.
Luckily for me, you have an exceptional sense of direction, Hastings. You are a great explorer.
Yeah, he was just standing in front of the door. That's a very relaxed life though. Like, you're living 20 meters away from the beach. Your work is 20 meters away from the beach and your house. It's very realistic.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do. My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Alright, Reki, have a very good night, and thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. Especially on a very different game. So yeah, sleep well, and get some rest, buddy. And it says, think what it will do to your car if you somehow own one. What do you mean? I mean, what will do what to the car? Ah, you mean the seagull? Ha! Now I got it. It's gonna leave its mark. Probably.
This gramophone is magnificent. It is a one-off, without a doubt. Family photos and files.
Can we have a look at that?
Family photo.
More closer?
Family.
Okay. It's probably also very impolite. We should talk to the people first.
It would not be polite to visit the house without being invited to do so. It would not be polite.
Yeah, maybe. But this is for the greater good.
The Barnard appear to make music a priority in their budget.
Okay, yeah, of course. The violin, the piano, and
Their home is modest, but the Barnards are definitely music lovers.
the music lovers. Okay. How does that help us? Another mirror! Oh my god, more ego points. Come on. Come on. You know you want it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's talk to her. Oh no, let's stare at her first.
What is she feeling at the moment?
A hot stare. Okay.
Mr. Poirot, I don't like being stared at. If you have something to say, would you please say it to me?
Yeah. In a second.
Betty's older sister is not just sad, she's angry.
Nice. We got through with it again. Staring at people who just lost a relative. Which is bad enough. Seagulls too, but I remember reading that cars in coastal area of England tend to be rust bombs due to the salty sea air. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I think that is really an issue. That's true. The sea air will cause it to rust. You had to replace the tire pressure gauge things on your car, and seagulls too. Fish it. Are you living on the coast as well? How many people here live on the coast? Like, I mean, Andet is kind of close to the coast. I'm close to the coast. Fish it if you're also close to the coast now. That's cool actually. We're all coast buddies. First they stole your food, and after that they mark your car. If that's not organized crime, what is? Says Leviathan. Yeah, I mean, they know what to do pretty well, right? And then they swoop you while going to shopping. For shit, you're pretty close. You were close when you were living in Virginia. Okay, but that is so cool. Like, we have several people here in chat who are actually living close to the coast. That is, I feel like that's a rare thing. So I like that. It's a random fact, but it's cool. I like that. All right, let's talk with her. Ask if Betty used to go out a lot. Well, she's angry, right? But is she angry about herself, her mother, about Betty, or about something else? So I'm gonna ask. Oh, this is impolite though.
Did Betty go out often?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
She's cynical. Sympathizing with her grief here. I don't know. She doesn't. Well, is she grieving? I'm gonna insist on the truth.
I am not interested in what people say. I am interested in the truth, Mademoiselle Barnard. If you only knew how much I would like to talk with someone who does not know that your sister is dead and who could provide me with a true portrait of her beyond the formalities.
The truth is that my sister was a silly little fool. I tried to reason with her, but she behaved like an idiot.
In what way?
She used to say that if she was going to marry Don, she might as well have some fun now.
I understand. Please continue.
Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
Yeah, well, in the 30s.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Surely you don't think she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows, maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder. While I try and get Miss Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to find the estate agents where he works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the Chief Inspector finds him.
Alright, let's check out her bathroom. She was a singer. Okay. Oh, a mirror! I did not expect that. Good job. I did not expect that. Yep. That was pretty well done. Okay, let's check this.
It looks like Betty was also a music lover, the same as her family.
What tells you that? You mean these totally obvious things?
Without a doubt, Betty used to sing. A box of new stockings. It looks like Betty has a very busy life.
Something just struck my mind. In Andover, in the shop, in the tobacco shop, when Franz Asher was like stumbling in. After that we found stockings on the floor, didn't we? We found stockings, and now we're finding stockings again. Suspicious. Invitation for dance. Menu for stylish restaurant.
But she liked luxury and going out. And being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
Okay, we have several dresses there.
A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded the demo. I'd be interested to hear it. A record sleeve with...
Why don't we take it then?
Something on this clock bothers me.
Oh god, no. And it says Zoom sentient stockings, which are murderers. Yeah. Probably true. No, but I think like the murderer could have left them at both scenes. I don't think it's a woman, the murderer, but it is at least hinting at something.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn hands.
Oh god. Let's see, we need to get this up, right? Therefore we need to rotate this, so we need to get this away. This, there. Okay. Theory done. How do we do it though? Does this actually change anything?
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
Okay, we just...
The cogs are blocked by these...
Okay.
The cogs are blocked...
Yeah, I know. It does have to be those levers here that do something. I just don't see what they do. That's the problem. Leviathan, can you lift that T-shaped wood? You mean this one? Or which one do you mean? Can you remove the random white block? This one here.
The cogs are blocked by the...
No, doesn't seem like it. Maybe if we do something here now. Okay. This is a bit tricky. I gotta admit, I have no clue.
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
Yeah. So we need to remove the wooden panels. That's totally fine. But how?
The cogs are blocked by...
Yeah, how do we do it? Try to examine the rest of the clock to find a position for the slider things. That is a good idea.
This metal disc is stuck.
Okay, so that's what we have to get out then. Oh, no way! Oh, shit.
Strange. Strange. A sheet of paper is blocked in the clock.
Shit. So we have to use... We have to use the... Oh god, yeah. We have to use the arms of the clock? Maybe? Okay. Definitely somehow. Well, 12 is the... Oh, okay. So maybe we can... How far can it go back? Okay. So between...
There, that's better.
What is better? Hey? This is mysterious now.
The cogs are blocked.
There, that's better, but it's not the right thing to do. Wait, I don't get it. What was that, a white piece to the back? Okay, I'm gonna look at that. And I can't change them anymore, so they seem to be in the right place. Oh, maybe we can open this now.
This metal disc is...
No. Okay.
Strange.
That white piece. Oh, this is just a piece of paper.
This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
That's what we... So does... What? How are you supposed to find that?
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened.
Okay.
This decoration appears to be... This decoration appears...
Okay. Yeah, so I guess, like, we need to get that paper out of there. We can't move the clock anymore, so maybe... We can set up those now. I can't see
The cogs are blocked.
that they're doing anything at all. are so good. Okay, just don't ask me, alright? We seem to just have found the combination by pure randomness. Okay, I'm gonna take it. So what do we do now? This opens something, right? What? Oh, wait.
I definitely need an object to make these cogs turn.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so for those we need something to put in there to make them turn, and those are activated now because we have found like the only possible solution. I still don't know how that worked. Okay, so we have to find something to open it with now.
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened.
That's what I thought, like, Leviathan. Yeah, I just thought, like...
This decoration appears to be...
Maybe one of them has something special.
This decoration This decoration appears to be firmly fastened.
I mean, just look at how it looks
This
like.
decoration appears to be...
Maybe one of them is loose.
This decoration appears to...
And then we can take that. I'm pretty sure about that. It's gonna happen. One of them is loose. One of them above here needs to be the right
This
one.
decoration appears to...
This one is loose. Yeah!
This leg is not well attached.
Yeah, let's get it.
This leg is not well attached.
Yeah, I know. Let's get it. Ha! Ha ha ha! Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now we can grab it. Or not. Wait, do we have to...
This decoration appears to be
No. I'm Scraps, welcome. How you doing? Bottom one on that side. Oh. You're smart, fish head.
Could the screw be slightly loose?
Smart. Very smart.
Good. It should be possible to open the wooden panel.
I'm so glad to have you here, like, all of you actually, like, you're helping me with this so good. I mean, I did something as well. I randomly found a combination here. Not because I knew how to, but it happened. Okay, so now we should be able to get this. No? Okay, what about this side now?
Look, a key.
Haha, okay. I thought like we can use this to make it work, but
This could be useful.
we can obviously also make use of a key, right? Everything is fine. I miss Grabs. Nice, glad to hear. Leviathan rewarded Fishhead for that. Awesome. Alright. Yeah. Now we're gonna do this. Or not. Okay, what if we start here? Or not? Wait.
I definitely need an object to make these cogs turn.
Oh, we have to be zoomed in.
No, the key does not fit this cog. No, the key does not.
Okay, what about this one here?
I definitely need...
Yeah!
I definitely
about-
need...
The misclicks are real. What about...
The central cock is blocked.
Yeah. I know, that's the problem for like the last half an hour.
This metal disc is stuck. This metal disc is stuck.
Okay, we can't use it here yet because we have to free that one. Yeah. Why can't we insert it here though? Can we use it on the big ones here? I tried everything except that. Oh god. Oh. Fishhead, you were right again. Okay, and now we probably have to manually use these somehow. How do we make those rotate? I mean, those are gone. That's good. So we're only missing like those two now. Try the center again. Yeah, okay, we can try that, but just in theory, like, how can that cannot work, right? If this like goes there, it should not work, but let's see.
Ah, something clicked on the front of the clock.
Okay. God, I'm so good at this. I would not be able to finish this game without you. I mean, for real. Okay, let's try it one last time. Okay, what is this? This first here.
This could be useful.
Oh my goodness.
Betty, I enjoyed a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian.
She was really having some fun before getting married, I assume. And there we have like the message. What would Jesus do? Probably not that.
A record sleeve with...
Okay, we can't take that, right? Hey, okay, let's take a look at the dresses. And I think we're done with this room then.
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe she had a date? Looking at all the...
Okay, that's all. Okay.
Without a doubt, Betty used to sing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Something rings my mind.
This small key should be useful to me.
Okay.
I've finished with this subject.
Alright.
Medicine to prevent voice loss. Did Betty have problems with her voice?
So probably now we can take this?
A record sleeve with an handwritten title.
No. What is the key for, though? Let's check it out. No, the killer! A small key was hidden in Betty Bernard's jewelry box. Okay, what is it for, though? I don't think we've seen any opportunity yet on where to use it, so I guess we can leave. Maybe we can use it here. Nah. Now we can, yeah. It's probably not as easy as this.
Let us see. What is this cupboard hiding?
It is. Okay. Betty's record. Okay. Oh god. Math. Nice.
This looks like solfège.
Like what?
This looks like solfège.
Okay, do we have to do something with it? We can't turn it around. We cannot pick it up.
This looks like solfège. This looks like solfège.
Yeah. But obviously we don't have to do something with it. I don't know. Okay, let's check out this.
I cannot open it. It looks like the mechanism is blocking it.
Seriously, it's the 1930s. People, why do you have all secret hidden stashes? That is...
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Okay. Better write that down. Yeah, we're gonna come back for the note. Definitely. Maybe now it's like activated and now we can kind of use it. I don't know. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. So now we have to find the right combination. Okay. Look at the vinyls. There was some number. Yeah. Okay, so we have to find out what is this.
This looks like solfège. There is probably a link with what I saw in the drawer.
No shit, Sherlock. Okay. So this is the result. And we have 3 signs. So we kind of need to build this, right? But if it's 4... This shit. Music? Sure. But math? I'm no help. Well, I'm not good at mathematical combinations either, so I must grab maybe 2 + 4 + 8. 2 + 4 + 8. Why? Also, I mean, like, how did you come up with that? You have one of these symbols. I think the only one that is set and fixed is this one. So we have to find out like how to get this one out of a combination of the other ones. Oh wait, it's like 4/4 is 1. So this is like 16/16. Yeah, I think I got what you mean now. Yeah. That should be it, right? So we need to recreate this, right? And this is a 1/4. Am I right? So a 1/4. Shouldn't that be then 2 times 16 and 1 times 8? I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'm wrong. I just want to try it.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Yeah. Don't interrupt me.
I heard the sound of a mechanism being triggered.
Bam. It was right. Okay, what triggered though now? That's big. Oh! 00A. Okay. On that sound, to quote a certain book, I would get underwear made from gold lame if someone else paid for it. I also would get secret compartment to anything I have if someone else paid for it. Okay. I did not hear that yet. Oh shit. Do we have something? Let's have a look here. 7AT? Whoops. It would be like almost too obvious, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are just where I was
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
thinking at as well. Okay. Let's hear it. No. I want it. Okay, maybe we just have to do it from here.
That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
If I'm clicking here, how does it go down there? I don't quite get that. I think, yeah, we should probably do this. Yeah. Okay. Alright. And now we can play it. That means we probably have to use this one now, right? Oh. Okay, come on, seriously. There should... yeah. Oh, I'm stupid. Here it is. What? There is an opening there.
It looks like something goes in here.
Zoom in first, otherwise you're too stupid to use it. Okay. Oh. We got this.
Oh, Donald. We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
We did all this, but for what? For what information? That Donald cared about her. Yeah, okay. But for nothing else, right? We already knew she had problems with her voice. Oh, Donald, yeah. Alberto's hear the thunder scare the crap out of you. Oh shit, you have like a thunderstorm right above you? It's called Alberto? I don't know why, but if I think of the name Alberto, I'm thinking about pizza. This is probably a bit mean, but it's how it is.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Yeah, because she's looking at a portrait and she's like really happy. She loves Donald! Look at her, look at that smile! Okay, maybe it's not a smile.
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner?
Donald. Ay, 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 ay.
They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
I don't think so. Ask if Donald was in love with Betty. If Donald was jealous? Of whom?
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
I have to think about that sentence for a second. Maybe a tiny bit of truth in that, but accused of lying. Is she lying? Being possessive? No. Let's ask her to cooperate.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
Accuser of lying. I generally tend to be like very stormy with my accusations, and that led to poorly results. So that's why I'm kind of a bit careful here. Inform her that the case is complex. Yeah. Ask why she's protecting Betty's fiancé. That is so obvious, but let's do it.
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well?
He'd commit murder.
She has opened up a bit, so if Donald could really have killed Betty, I don't think so. If she fears that Donald is if she fears that Donald is a suspect? No, then we're gonna ask her.
Do you think that is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
No. Sometimes, like, the answers that you can choose from indicate something else, or like, at least I'm thinking that Poirot would say something else, so it's a bit misleading sometimes. At least it feels like that for me. But anyways, what had Betty planned to do with her evening? It could be several things, right? Yeah, I feel like she met a guy that ordered whiskey. Betty had probably planned to meet someone that evening, and she had lied to Don. Whoops, she had lied to Don, right? Oh, okay. Well, oh, this one here. Betty used to go out a great deal. What? Maybe this is too specific already. Okay, fuck this, trial and error. Oh my god. So this is very specific. Probably planned to meet someone that evening. That has to be in here. Betty used to go out a great deal. I feel like that should also be here. But maybe not. Secretly rich? What do you mean? That kind of which walks around in sweater with holes in it, and in Wellingtons, which are repaired with inner tire of a bicycle, even though they have few millions in the bank, and a luggage case full of stocks under the bed. Every auction has a few of those. Easiest you can find them. There where another man's misery is closest. And out of their goodwill, they're willing to buy your $1 million house for 300k. You know the kind? I feel like that sounds a bit familiar, but not in English, but in German to me. Okay guys, any proposals here? Like, I mean, what did she plan? She planned to see another man, she planned to go out. Betty had probably planned to meet someone that evening. I feel that needs to be in here. No? Oh shit. Oh. That needs to be in here. Betty lied to Donald about what she was planning to do the day before. Okay, I guess like that needs to be in here as well. And... okay, trial and error for the last one. Okay. Did Betty know her assailant? There are a lot of visitors this time, probably? No. Well, maybe it's the whiskey guy then. Marks on her neck. Yeah, that's... Betty used to go out a great deal. I feel like it should be then... the guest? No. God, I'm so bad at those. Like, I mean, several could fit. The victim has marks on the neck. That shouldn't be the right one. I'm gonna try it though. What?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, to be honest, that didn't make any sense to me. The question was whether she knew him or not. And the right answer was that she had marks on her neck. Like, that is... I mean, if she knew him, is here, okay? That's here. And having marks on her neck because she died of getting strangled is somewhere like there. Eh? How does that con- yeah, fishhead, exactly. That doesn't make any sense. That is so far off. At least, I mean, that's what I think at least. But if you guys feel like that's a bit strange as well, then at least I'm not the only one. Because I was like, there are many visitors, so probably she didn't go out with a specific man. She was just like going out and see if she could land on someone, right? That's what I would assume. Like, but her neck strangled. That is referring to... Whatever. What is Megan Bernard's behavior hiding? That's pretty easy. That she loves Don. Yeah, she was looking at the photo, and she really liked him. Like, see, this makes sense. She likes him, and she looks at the photo. Okay, I can get that, but like, that one before? Did Meg Bernard have a motive for killing her sister? Well, she's secretly in love. Yeah, okay, we could also just say like she loved her sister, so she doesn't have a motive. Okay, that's obviously not the reason. Maybe that Betty was seeing other men as well as Donald, so she was like, oh, you don't deserve him. He's sometimes punching you, but that's okay. I mean, he's violent, right? So, it's probably that. Of course. That one combination there was so off though. Okay, let's see. So, it's getting a bit late already. So the last thing I want to do now is check on Donald. If that completes the whole story part here, so to say, the second murder, then it's fine. If not, I'd be up to go on tomorrow. So if you're up for that, make sure to tell me. And if you're like okay, this game is boring, you don't want to see it again, or you want to see something else, also tell me. Then we will find a solution. Alright. Okay, here we go. Let's see Donald.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
There's some serious fights going on. Shed says, yes, play more! I mean, I really enjoyed this game. I would very much enjoy it if you continued. Oh, that's cute. Nice to hear that you enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, this is something completely different to what we have recently done, like in the last few weeks, right? We had so many action and horror and everything. This is so different, so yeah, it's actually cool. But if the majority of people is saying like, yeah, okay, it doesn't strike my interests, I would rather prefer something else, then I would come up with the idea that I could always like do this as a let's play and put it on YouTube, so both sides would be happy. But yeah, if you're up for more, I'd love to find out about the killer. I mean, either way, but live with you is probably a lot easier because you can help me in solving the puzzles. If I had to do this on my own, oh god, I would need to cut the let's play, like actual story part, Wollfyh struggling with puzzles, something like that. So, maybe it's a change of pace. It definitely is. Yeah, definitely is. And that's what I also wanted to find out with the current straw poll. So in case you have not, I mean, oh, true, there is no tapping out. You can use the small command, of course. In case you haven't voted in there, I think Ibis Grabs you haven't yet. So get your vote in there now. I would love to see what you think. I'm trying to find out what do you guys think about the stream and what we could improve. So yeah, straw poll is... Thank you, Undead. The straw poll is a very good way for me to actually find out about that. So I'd appreciate very much if you participated in that. Okay. Is he drunk? Yeah, okay. If you really loved her... I mean... I don't even want to imagine the situation. But if someone died that you really loved, I think getting drunk is the least that would happen, right? I think so. Leviathan, we need to arrest the cat. Innocent people going to die if you can't beat this game. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, we should do that. Let's check on Donald first, alright?
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be at the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Can we do anything else? Okay, we talk to her again. Let's try to be nasty and talk to her again.
I don't want this young man here. Be quick and do what you must.
You're so helpful. And kind and polite. I wonder why this is why this man is your only customer right now. And why... Ugh. Whatever. Okay, let's go.
This man looks suspicious.
I'd say he's just drunk. But... Yeah. Oh! Oh, I thought like, okay, this is wine because of the red bottle. It's not wine, it is fucking whiskey. What did we...
Leave me alone.
Yeah. What did we see on that one bill? Was it White Horse Whiskey? Because that would mean that he was in the restaurant while Betty was working. So maybe he was checking on her and see to see if...
Leave me alone.
Yeah. To see if she kind of betrayed him or something. It's Donald from the vinyl. Yeah, that's him. That's him. People cope in different ways. I wouldn't be surprised if he was drunk. Yeah, I mean...
Leave me alone.
Absolutely. I'd say like... Yeah, well, maybe it's not... Maybe it's not the usual way, but I can definitely understand why someone would get drunk in a situation like that. That's what I mean. I can pretty much
leave me alone.
Understand that. On that code edit, no, it's fucking whiskey. God, oh god. On that, we need to on the celebration stream on 8th of June. All right. We need to bring up all quotes and see what we have collected so far. That's gonna be so
Leave me alone.
Especially if it's quote number 15 already. Holy shit. Okay, let's not let him wait anymore. Dark circles? On his head or hair? Okay, what do we have here?
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone.
Oh, his eyes. You're right. Not his hair. It was a bit off, like the circle was a bit off, so that's why I was misled there. You're right, thank you. Okay, let's not stare at him any longer. Let's talk to him.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Oh god, this is not gonna end well. I need your help now, alright? Quote 3. Don't worry, I'm pro. While being shot at. Oh god, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Okay, we can ask him if he saw Betty yesterday in the afternoon. I think he did. That's where she lied to him, right? Ask what would have happened if she'd listened to him. That would be the usual question to start the conversation, because that was just what he said. And say that Betty only ever did as she pleased. I don't think we should put that up or bring that up right away. That wouldn't be smart. So we know they have seen each other yesterday. So should we go for yeah. I feel like that's the usual thing that you would do in this situation. He just said, like, if she only had listened to me. Yeah, okay, what would have happened then, right?
If she had listened to you, she would still be alive. Should I take that to be a confession?
With that sort of thinking, you must send a lot of innocent men to prison. Under different circumstances, I might even find you amusing, sir.
It's no time for amusement, Mr. Fraser. It is time to find your fiancé's killer. Did you know what her plans were for the evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
That's what I mean. I just wanted to hear something like, what advice would he have given to her or something like that? And not just like, then she would still be alive because you killed her, you motherfucker. Like, ugh, what? Like, I mean, I want to be, like, smart and kind of not pressing onwards, just getting in touch, right? And this is what happened. Nice. Wow. Great. Okay. Specify that her sister was in London. He probably knows because he was in the restaurant, so ask why he believed her. Oh god, probably that's gonna end because you never believe her and you're an asshole and you killed her. That's what Poirot will say now. Oh, Poirot. Poirot? My goodness, I can't speak anymore.
And you believed her?
And why not, sir? She was my fiancée.
That did not stop her from lying to you before. Betty was not a bad girl, but she did like to take advantage of her success with men.
How dare you sully her memory?
I like his accent. Inform him that there is a killer to find. Apologize for having been abrupt. What I would do in this situation is apologize. Because what I said earlier was not what I intended to say, because this is so weird. But probably what Poirot would do is inform him that there is a killer to find. Letting him know that he's off the hook. But oh man. Okay, what should we do? What do you guys think? Should we just like clarify that we don't suspect him after accusing him, that we may be thinking that he killed her? Or should we apologize? What do you think? I'm curious. feel like we have been very abrupt towards him. Probably to see, but that was not, yeah, that was not said there. Probably to see if he like gets triggered fast. That could be the case, but what do you think, guys? Because I don't wanna fuck it up anymore. Like, I mean, usually what we pick is like say A, and then something like C, D, F comes out. It's a bit weird. Okay, Fisher, you would apologize. You personally feel that it is not at all him. Yeah, that's what I agree to. I think he's not the killer. He's probably maybe he's even used by the killer as like a scapegoat or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna apologize. Like, that is what I would do in this situation anyway, so. Oh god. Poirot, just please apologize and not, I don't know, not just do anything stupid, alright?
Please excuse me if I appear to be brutal. I understand that this is a difficult time for you.
So you understand why I don't feel like talking, Mr. Poirot?
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
That killed the conversation. To be honest, I don't know how Poirot is usually handling those conversations, but obviously I'm always picking the wrong ones. So we should have like been aggressive towards him. Anyways, I'm gonna solve the thing. Did Donald have a motive for Betty's murder? Yeah. Definitely. She went out many times. And he was a violent man. Oops. Jealousy, yep. Does Donald have an alibi? It's probably this, that Donald does not have an alibi. Okay, does Donald have a motive for all the murders? For all the murders? Do we know that? 2 murders were premeditated and were carried out by the same murderer. The victim has marks on the neck. There was a braided silk belt. Does Donald have a motive for all the murderers? What does he have to do with Alice? No. So, no. I feel like it's a bit stupid that if you solve the last riddle there, then it's just gonna disappear before you can read the conclusion. Why can we do that? Here, right? Donald may have killed Betty, but he does not have a motive for Miss Ash's murder. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that he actually killed Betty either, but we'll see.
No need to insist. I will certainly have the opportunity to question him again.
Is that so?
I don't want this young man here.
Okay. Like, the way she's talking to her customers, I mean, okay, we're not basically, we were customers, but we didn't get what we ordered, so technically we're still customers.
Hastings is bound to tell me what he thinks about Fraser later on. Now is not the right time.
Yeah, okay. So, shall we just leave? I mean, he's just standing there. Okay, then we leave.
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
There was the seagull. Did you see it? Alright. Let's close this case.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
No. No, they don't.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
Yeah.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
And then why it's a 9, yeah, exactly. Does he remove the belt here now? Well, it could be possible. Like he could have removed the belt here and like do it as a dirty move, taking off her belt. Or they could just have advanced there. He definitely did not attack her here right away. That's not what happened. Shit, sad I missed up. He would have a motive, however, we know the killer is the same between the two murders. Yeah. I feel like she met him, planned to hang out, and murdered her. Yeah. Exactly, that's what I think. So yeah, I don't know. The seducingly removed belt could have happened here. I'm just gonna go with advanced still.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
She does it.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Like a pro.
Without the A.B.C, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
But that is very true. I feel like that is actually absolutely true. The probably serial killer is kind of trying to prevent others for getting arrested or for like being convicted of having committed the murder. He's really hinting towards himself. Like he doesn't want the fame to go elsewhere. He wants us to know that he did it and no one else. That is actually a very important and cool fact. Right, let's collect a bit more sand in the shoes and then we can leave this place. Arthur Hastings looks like a fish with a moustache. I think it is his mouth. Well, the art style in here is definitely a bit unique. I have to agree to that. The seagulls! Yay, look at that! Alrighty, off to London, and after that I'm gonna close the session. Because yeah, it's late enough.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
I'm coming, Poirot. According to the guide, the next train departs shortly.
What is it with those trains? I feel like the trains do play a role here because in those ABC guides, their train times are listed there. So I don't know how. I don't know how that is connected to anything else, but it will play a role. It will, mark my words, it will play a role. Can you kick some seagulls on the way? No. I could cuddle them.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.